Very good morning everyone. In our previous lecture, we have completed the example of toast class as well as we have also completed set gravity method of toast class. In our today's session, I will teach you two programs based on the widget edit text, button and text view. So first program is related with the widget edit text, button and text view. And what is the definition? You need to develop such kind of application in which suppose you input MVM in first edit text and college in second edit text, right? So that is the input, and I have taken one button. So when I click on a button, at that time it will merge that two string and it will display in the text view. The same program we have performed with the toast class, but right now what is my requirement? I don't want to use toast class. Instead of toast class, I just want to display the text of edit text in the text view. So after merging of that two string, it will display in the text view. So this is the first definition which we are going to develop. And the second definition is what? You need to put two buttons on a design window and one text view in the design window. When I click on a first button, at that time message is there that button 1 is clicked, or if I click on second button, at that time message will be there on the text view that button 2 is clicked. So let us develop first program in Android Studio. That is, we need to take edit text, we need to put button and we need to put text view from the widget. I have already opened Android Studio. Take file, new project. In this you need to select empty activity template. Click on next button. Over here it gives you the suggestion that the name of application would be my application, the package name would be com.example.myapplication. You can change the location of your Android application from the save location, but right now I don't want to change the location of Android project. So default location is this one: C drive, users, MVM staff, Android Studio project. So my all applications will be there in the C drive, users, MVM staff, Android Studio projects. Over here you are having the choice that whether you want to develop your application in Java or you can develop it using Kotlin. But in our syllabus Java is there, so we will select Java only. Last, you need to select minimum SDK of your application. I am always suggesting that select lowest version from the list so that your application will run approximately on the 99.8% of devices. Suppose you are going to select highest version of your Android, right? So there is a less number of chances or any less number of device will support your Android application. So better to choose the lowest SDK from the list. Now click on a finish button. When all the packages are loaded, at that time you will get the list of project over here. There are two files which we are going to use to develop Android application. One is called designing file and second is called coding file. So designing file in Android is referred as activity underscore main.xml, and this file is located under resources folder under layout folder. So inside resources you need to click on a layout folder, and inside layout folder you have activity underscore main.xml file. Similarly, if you want to write a code regarding your application, at that time you have main activity.java file, and this file is located inside Java folder, and first package, that is com.example.myapplication, inside that main activity.java is located. So right now our all the packages are loaded successfully, and over here in this status bar you have message Gradle sync finished in this particular minutes. So now what we are going to develop, we are going to develop application using two edit text, one text view and one button. So in design window you have text view, you have button, or you can have from the text you have plain text. Plain text is nothing but it is a kind of text view only. Sorry, it is a kind of edit text only. So you are having a list of edit text over here. Say for example you want to provide the facility of password, right? At that time you have password edit text facility. You just need to drag it and drop it in the design window. Similarly, if you want that user can only enter numbers as a password, right? So you have password as a numeric. That means user are not able to insert any character from the keyboard. So at that time you can select this type of edit text. In .NET, if you want to provide email facility, right? So for that you need to apply certain validations, but over here it is a ready-made tool, or we can call it as a widget, right? So you can drag it and put it in your code. For the phone number, you are having phone number edit text. Same similarly, postal address is there. If you want to insert time, at that time time edit text is there. If you want to insert date, at that time date edit text is there. For the number, you are having three different kinds of edit text. First is called normal number, second is called signed number, and third is called decimal number. So signed number means what? See, if you want to display minus sign before any number, say for example -5, right? So if I want to display sign before the number, at that time I need to select number signed. Similarly, if you want to display number after the point, that means decimal number, right? So at that time you need to take number decimal. So these all are the different types of edit text available in the Android Studio. But right now we are just selecting this particular plain text, edit text, which is available under the text in the palette. I have already developed one application and I have taken that code in the notepad file. So I am going to copy it from the notepad file and paste it in the Android Studio. You need to click on a code of XML file. See, remember one thing, that this particular tag and end tag, both you need to keep as it is, right? So don't make any correction or any change in this particular tag. Just remove text view from the tag list, and you need to paste our code. Whatever the code I have copied from the notepad file, that code I have paste over here. Now you can get the design window from design, and over here first edit text, second edit text, button and text view. So over here from the constraint layout also you can check that relative layout contains edit text 1, edit text 2, button 1 and text view 1. So these four are the widget which you have placed inside relative layout. You can observe this in the coding window. See, between the relative layout, this is the starting tag of relative layout and this is the ending tag of relative layout. So in between that I have paste my code regarding edit text 1, edit text 2, button and text view, and at last after the text view I have completed relative layout tag. So this is the things which are related with the designing window. One more thing I want to add over here, that see in edit text 1, right, you have request focus. Now what is the, see it is not provided over here in the second edit text, right. So what is the use of request focus? That means when you run your application in the virtual machine or in your mobile phone, at that time cursor will blink on the first edit text, right. So focus means what? Your cursor will wait in the first edit text, right. So if I don't want to put it in the first edit text, you can cut it and paste it inside second edit text. So what happens when you run your application, at that time cursor will blink in the edit text 2 instead of edit text 1. So request focus means what? It will wait for the user to input particular things inside the edit text. Now let us switch into the Java file main activity.java, because our designing purpose or designing file is completed over here. So now switch on the Java file. I am going to expand the packages. Now see, over here I don't want to use app compact activity, I just want to use activity as a base class. So for that you need to remove app compact activity, and instead of that just write activity class. So when you write activity, at that time it will produce error. Why? Because we need to import packages related with the activity base class. So what you need to do, see over here you have the suggestion that you need to press Alt plus enter. So it will automatically import package required for the use of activity base class. So I am going to press Alt plus enter on activity base class. You can see over here that the package android.app.activity is automatically imported in the application. One more thing I would like to tell you over here, that you need to remove this particular import package. Why? Because it is displayed in the grade portion. So whatever the code it is there in the grade portion, you can remove it because it is unwanted code, or we can call it as a unrequired code. Now what we need to do, we need to create the object of widgets which we have used in XML file. How many widgets we have used? Total 4 widgets. 2 for edit text, this one, this is 2, this is button, and this is the text view. So basically we need to create 4 objects related with the widgets. So let me create it after activity. First of all, I am going to create widget button. Over here again error is there, so you need to import package related with the button. So again we are going to press Alt plus enter and import class. So over here you can see that import android.widget.button is automatically imported. Now edit text, press enter. How many edit text we have taken in designing window? 2. So we need to create object of 2 edit text. Now the third widget is called text view. See, Android is case sensitive, so you need to take care that you need to give the proper name of each class, otherwise you will not get methods related with that particular class. So better to choose from the suggestion list. Press enter. T1. So basically I have created 4 objects, one for the button class, 2 for edit text class and 1 for the text view. Now what is our next step? After creation of object, inside onCreate method we need to find each object by ID. So for that, first of all, button B1 equals to, what is the name of class? Button. Then find view by ID. See, you can observe that I am not going to type each and every word, right? Instead of that, I will select it from the suggestion box. So I am going to press enter, then R dot ID dot button 1. Similarly, for to edit text, E1 equals to, what is the name of class? Edit text. Find view by ID, R dot ID dot edit text 1. I am going to copy this line and paste it over here. Edit text 2, and I am going to change the name of object by E2. So B1 find view by ID, E1 find view by ID, E2 find view by ID. Now text view, right? So T1 name of class is text view, find view by ID, R dot ID dot text view 1. So when you develop any application in Android, at that time what is your first step? You just need to develop or create the object of classes or widgets. Basically we have taken 4 widgets in current application. So we have created button B1 and edit text E1 and E2. Why? Because there are 2 edit texts which we have placed inside designing window. Similarly, we have taken one text view. So I have created the object of text view class, that is T1. So after creation of object, the second step is what? We need to apply find view by ID method for each object B1, E1, E2 and T1. So these 4 are the objects for which you need to apply the method find view by ID. Now what is our next requirement? That I need to click on a button, that is my requirement, right? So what I need to do? B1 dot set on click listener. See, it is in the suggestion box only. So press enter. See, this button is located at what place in current application? So for the current application you can use this keyword, right? So what is the meaning of this? That our button B1 is located inside the current application. Now see, over here again you have error. So what you need to do, either you can press Alt Enter once again, or over here red bubble is there, right? So you need to click on that and you need to select second option, which means make main activity implements android.view.on-click listener. So you need to select second option from the suggestion box. When I click on this particular option, you will get implements view dot on click after activity. Now one dialog box is there. It gives you the suggestion that when you implement any method in a class, at that time you need to override that method, right? So click on OK. Over here you will get override method on click, right? So I am again going to repeat that don't make habit of typing, right? You need to press Alt Enter over here, select second option, that is make main activity implements on click listener. So after activity you will get implements view.onClick listener, and one dialog box is there for the overridden method of onClick method. Now what is our next step? That when user click on a button, at that time I want to set text on a text view. So T1 is the object of text view. So T1 dot set text, set text. Inside text view, what is my requirement? I want to display E1 dot get text dot toString plus I want to put one space in between that toString. That means between MVM and college I want to put one space. So for concatenation plus sign is used, and for space double quoted sign, and in between that I have taken one space. Similarly E2 dot get text dot toString. T1 dot set text, inside T1 dot set text E1 dot get text dot toString plus sign is used for concatenation. I want to put one space in between, so for that double quotation sign is there. Inside double quotation sign I have placed one space in between, again plus sign for concatenation. Second object of edit text. Get text is a method through which we can get text of edit text 2 and toString. Now let us run this application. Click on run app. Over here we have AVD. Launching activity. To edit text, one button and one text view is there. In first edit text, see cursor is blinking. Why? Because request focus tag we have already written inside edit text 1. Over here let me type MVM. In second edit text, college. Click on a button, you will get merge string, which is displayed in a text view with one space, MVM college. So this is the first program which we have developed using 3 widgets. One is called edit text, second is called button, and third is called text view. I am going to repeat this point once again. Let us switch in a coding window. In a main activity.java file, your first step is what? instead of app compact activity, you need to use activity as a base class. When you write activity over here, it will generate error. So for that, you need to press Alt Enter. Using that, it will automatically import package related with the activity base class. After that, your next step would be what? You need to create the object of your widgets. I have taken 4 widgets in this particular application. So I have created one object for button, 2 object for edit text, and 1 object for the text view. After that, inside onCreate method, I need to use findViewById method for each object. So for that, you can use the name of different classes related with the different objects. After that, my requirement is what? I want to click on a button. So for that, the name of button object, set on click listener method. Inside set on click listener, write this keyword. Why we have written this keyword over here? Because it is located on a current application. So definitely again you will get error over here. So for that, either you can press Alt Enter, or you will get red mark over here, right? So in that second option, you need to select. What is the suggestion of second option? Make main activity implements on click listener. So when you click over there, at that time after activity, you will get implements view.onClick listener, and you will get one more dialog box which says that onClick method you need to override. When you click on OK button, you will directly get this particular onClick method. You do not need to type this particular method. Now what is my next requirement? I want to merge two string, and I want to display it in the text view. So for that, what you need to do, even.getText.toString, for the concatenation plus sign is used. You need to use double quotation and put one space in between, because what is my requirement? I want to display MVM, then space, and then college, then e2.getText.toString. I want to display this concatenate string in the text view. So I have taken the object of text view class, that is T1, and setText is a method through which you can display the content on the edit text or on the text view. So over here we have taken the object of text view class. So this is the first application which you need to write in the journal, right? And one more thing I want to clear over here, that activity underscore main.xml file also you need to write in the journal, right? Because designing is difficult in Android Studio. We have limited screen, right, on which you need to arrange your widget. So it will generate errors. So be careful. You need to write XML file also as well as Java file. Now let us develop second application related with the Android. Let us select file, new project, empty activity, click on next button. This window I have already explained in our today's session, so I am not going to repeat it once again. Click on finish button. Let me copy the designing file from the notepad, because packages are still loaded. Our requirement is what? We need to put 2 buttons and 1 text view. on a designing window. So over here, let me remove text view tag and I am going to paste our code. In between the opening and closing tag of relative layout, I have placed one button, that is button 1, button 2 and text view, right. So let me click on design window. Over here you can see we have two button widgets which is placed in the relative layout, or we can call it as a designing window, and one text view is there. You can refer it from the constraint layout also. On the constraint layout you have relative layout. Inside relative layout you have button 1, button 2 and text view. So designing portion is completed over here. Now let us switch into the main activity.java file. Let me expand packages so that we can refer it. Now see, after extends, I don't want to use app compact activity as a base class, right. So this is the first step of our Android application, that instead of app compact activity, my base class is activity. So this package is in the grade portion, so I am going to remove it. Now what is the next step? Over here we have some red mark, right. So when red mark is there, you need to press Alt plus enter. So it will automatically import package related with the activity base class. Now what is the next step? We need to create the object of widget. How many widget we have placed inside designing window? Two widget, that is button and text view. We need to create two objects for button and one object for text view. Why? Because we have taken two buttons on a designing window. So over here button B1, B2. Again we have some red mark on a button class because its related package is not imported in a application. So we need to import it, and for that press Alt enter. Next is called text view T1. So this is the first step. Instead of app compact activity, we need to use activity as a base class, and you need to import package related with the activity. This is the first step, right. What is the second step? We need to create object which we have placed inside designing window. So we need to create all the objects which we need to use in the current application. So over here we have taken button B1 and B2 and text view T1. Our next step is we need to find view by ID for all the widgets. So first of all B1 equals to name of class is button, then find view by ID, R in capital letter, R dot ID dot button 1. Let me copy this line and paste it, and instead of button 1, button 2 you need to use text view T1 equals to text view, find view by ID, R dot ID dot text view 1. So we have used find view by ID for all the widgets. Now what is our next step? We need to use B1 dot set on click listener into bracket this. Similarly B2 dot set on click listener into bracket this. Why I have taken B1 and B2 over here? Because I want to fire click event on both the object. Now see, again you have red mark over here. So for that either you can press Alt enter, or over here red mark sorry, red mark is there. inside that you need to select second option, that means make main activity implements android.view on click listener. So click on this particular option, so you will get implements view.onClick listener after the activity extension. And over here one dialog is there which says that you need to override onClick method of this view class. So I click on OK button. Red mark is removed from here, as well as one overridden method of onClick is automatically applied in the code. Now what is our next step? Our next requirement is what? I need to display T1, I want to display text on a text view, but for that first of all I need to observe that which button is clicked. If user clicks on button 1, at that time I want one message that button 1 is clicked, and if user clicks on button 2, at that time I want one message that button 2 is clicked. So that is my requirement, right? So for that I need to use switch case or if condition. You can use any one of them. Right now I use switch case, right? So switch into bracket. See, over here you have one object from the argument of onClick, right? And the name of object is what? V. That is the object of view class. View will see, right? View means what? To see something, right? Over here it will view that which button is clicked from the designing window. So for that I have v dot get id. Now I have open switch and close switch tag. Now case r.id.button 1. See, if what happens if v.getId. Now what is v? V is a object of view class. What is the use of view class? It will see that which button is clicked from the screen and return the ID of that particular button. How you will get ID? v.getId. GetId is a method which will return the ID of your clicked button. So if that click button is r.id.button1, at that time what is my requirement? T1 dot set text. What I need to set on button 1? Button 1 is clicked. And what is the syntax of switch? We need to use break in each case. So I have written break keyword. Again I want to write case 2 r.id.button2. If r.id.button2, this is the second case, at that time let me copy this code and paste it over here. T1 dot set text, button 2 is clicked, right? Let us execute this application. Let me repeat this code once again. First of all, remove app compact activity. Instead of that, we need to use activity base class, import package related with the activity, create object of widgets which you want to use, find view by ID for each widget, set onClick listener for both the buttons, and write this inside the set onClick listener. It will generate error. You need to select make main activity implements onClick listener, which will implement over here, as well as it will provide you overridden method over here. Now view gives you the object v. Using that you will get id method. Get id method will return whatever the id with selected widget, right? If I have selected button 1, at that time button 1 id is there, and if I have selected button 2, at that time it will return the id of button 2. Now case r.id.button1, at that time t1 dot set text that button 1 is clicked, and break keyword we need to write. Similarly, t1 dot set text button 2 is clicked, and we need to write break keyword. Now let us execute this. I am going to click on a button 1. You will get button 1 is clicked in a text view. Similarly, when I click on button 2, you will get button 2 is clicked on a screen. So this is the second program of our today's session, which you need to write in the journal. Let me share the notepad file of our today's session. The first notepad file you need to write in the journal. The program is little bit lengthier, specifically designing code, right? But anyhow you need to write in the journal. Let me scroll down up to edit text. Request focus is a method which will wait or blink a cursor on a screen when you run your application. Let me scroll down up to edit text 2. Let me scroll down up to button. Let me scroll down up to text view. Over here our designing file, that is activity underscore main.xml, is completed. Now you need to write coding file, that is main activity.java. You need to import all the required packages related with the applications, otherwise you cannot use the class of your application. Now let me scroll down up to public class. Let me scroll down up to text view. So this is the first program which you need to write in the journal. t1.setText e1.getText.toString space e2.getText.toString. Let me close this program. Let us open second program, button 1 and button 2. This is the designing file. Let me scroll down up to button 1. Write designing file properly, otherwise you will not get proper output and it may generate error, and it is difficult to trace error from the designing code. Let me scroll down up to button 2. Let me scroll down up to text view. Over here our designing portion is again completed for the file, for the second file. Now you need to write coding file, that is main activity.java. Let me scroll down up to main activity.java file. Again, you need to import required packages to develop your Android application, otherwise you will not run, you are not able to run your application. Let me scroll down up to text view T1. Let me scroll down up to overridden method of onClick. This is the same syntax of switch case which is already there in the Java, right? Same syntax we have used over here. Instead of switch case, you can also use conditional control statement like if else or if or nested if. Similarly, whatever you want to use, that you can use. So this is the second program which we have performed in our today's session. I hope you have properly understand whatever the concept I have delivered in our today's session, right? And there is no doubt regarding these two programs. Mention these two programs properly in your journal with proper output. Thank you all.